Okay, good morning everybody, it's Mike and thanks for joining me this morning. Hey, each day this week I want to explore a different concept and strategy around the use of phone prospecting in your real estate business. And just that statement right there will make 90% of you want to exit this conference call right now, right? Why? Why? Well, I think for so many of us, it just makes us feel so incredibly uncomfortable. It's a little bit like video, right? I ask you, how are you using video in your real estate business? And we're so incredibly uncomfortable. We're so self-aware and self-critical. My gosh, these massive egos that we're toting around. Don't you ever get tired toting around this massive ego where everything is about us all the time? We think everybody's watching and paying attention to us. Hey, I want to offer you a little help this morning with that. I'm going to tell you a joke that was told to me, and I just want you to think about it and chew on it, because inside this joke is magic. And it's this: if you knew how little people were thinking about you, you wouldn't care what they thought about you. Just think about that a little bit. If you knew how little people were thinking about you, you wouldn't care so much what they thought. And that's true. For some of us, a shocking revelation that the world is not spinning around us. We're not the center of the universe, and everybody isn't sitting around watching, analyzing, and critiquing us. They're just moving through their own day. So if you feel a little uncomfortable with the use of phone prospecting in your business, I'm going to contend that's one of the big reasons why our egos, and we're going to have to harness that baby for the forces of good. So much about getting successful in real estate requires us just to get over ourselves. But there's other reasons too. I mean, sure, ego right up there, and we don't lack for ego, any of us in this industry. But sometimes we just feel uncomfortable because we're practicing a form of manipulation in our calls, and it's not who we are. We're not this cheesy used car salesman guy that's trying to manipulate people into doing something that they're not willing to do right now. And when you do try to be that, you feel uncomfortable. I get it. So I want to say this to you this morning. I want you to be careful about using scripts that aren't congruent with who you are. Listen to me now. Be careful about using scripts that aren't congruent with who you are as a person. It will make you feel uncomfortable, and then you won't want to do it. I know you've been to these conferences and they're telling you that scripts and dialogues are imperative and necessary. And I won't argue with that if you tell me that you're willing to master it, to do the work and practice of mastering them, to own it. So that, yeah, it's a script, but you've made it your own. Kind of like an actor makes a part their own. But my concern is that so many of us will not make that effort. And then we're just going to end up sounding like a call center out of India. It's just horrible. And we don't like being spoken to that way, and then we feel uncomfortable speaking to other people that way, so then we just don't make the calls. And then it hurts your business. Here's what I want to offer you instead of just writing out some huge long script and reading it to people when you call them, because you won't do that for very long. And maybe you've tried it in the past and you realize you just won't do that. I want you to have talking points. I do want you to have a structure of where you want to go in your calls. But here's the thing. No matter how good your structure is or how great your script is, the person on the other end of the phone doesn't care. they're not going to stick to the script. So you say something that's right on target and has a very natural response pattern to it, and the customer doesn't follow the response pattern. They exit the planet and go in an entirely different direction, and now you're thrown off. Hold it, that's not what you were supposed to say. So now I don't know where to go in my script. Just have a structure and an outline to it, and what you say next is primarily determined by the answer or response that you just got from the customer. Now, I've asked one of our agents, Yasleen Elise, to kind of role play with me a little bit this morning. And Yasleen, are you there?
I'm here.
You're here. Okay, so I've just asked Yasleen to be a middle of the road for sale by owner with me this morning, and I'm just going to call her, and hopefully I can demonstrate a call pattern that doesn't sound too salesy and sounds kind of natural to Yasleen, but one of my primary goals is she needs to understand why I'm calling pretty quickly. She needs to get it. Okay, now I don't really know what she's going to say. We haven't practiced this. I just asked her 2 minutes ago if she'd be willing to do it. So she probably hasn't even thought about it yet. And live demonstrations always carry some risk to them, but so does your phone prospecting. It carries lots of risk to it. So why don't I incur some of that risk myself this morning? So Yasleen, you want to give it a try?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Yasleen, it's Mike over at Century 21. Just a quick call this morning to see when you're going to be interviewing agents for the job of selling your house.
I wish you all would stop calling me.
Oh, okay. Have you gotten called by other agents?
Yes, I have gotten calls all day long. I can sell my house.
Oh, okay.
I'm very capable with something.
Okay. Have you sold the house yet?
Well, no, I haven't sold yet, but it's been on the market like 3 days.
Okay. Yasleen, other than the obvious, trying to save money, was there any other reason why you were trying to sell the house yourself?
No, that's my number one goal is to save money so I can get to where I need to go.
Gotcha. Just about saving money. Got it. Hey, when you do sell this house, where will you go next?
I'm moving to Florida.
You move into Florida. Great. What part of Florida will you move?
I am going to Panama City.
Panama City. Can I come go with you?
Sure, come on, let's go.
Great. Hey, ideally, in the perfect world for you, when would you like to make that move?
I'm trying to be there within the next 2 months. I've got a daughter graduating, and she's got a job there, and she didn't want me to be here by myself.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And have you already found the next house in Panama City?
I've just been looking around at some beach properties, but hadn't decided on anything significant.
You haven't found the perfect house yet.
I haven't found the perfect one yet. No.
Okay, great. Hey, we've got an office in Panama City, and I know a great agent down there. If they were to come across something special, would it be okay if they let you know about it?
That would be very helpful.
Okay, now stepping aside from the call for just a second, I would then go into a little bit about what she was hoping to find down there, make some notes, and then it might be a good idea if I found a really good agent, if I don't really already have one, and connect them. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Okay, now back into the call with Yasleen. Yasleen, thanks. That helps. I'm going to talk to my friend down there. I'm only going to have them call you or reach out to you if they find something really special. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, terrific. Hey, just a quick question. If for some reason your house hasn't sold in the next 45 to 60 days, would that cause any problems for you?
Well, I mean, I don't really owe that much on the house, so I could probably rent it out and still be okay, but I really want to sell it. Okay, so renting it is an option for you? Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
It could.
Have you ever been a landlord before?
Yeah, I have. I didn't like it very well, but
okay.
I'll do what I have to do.
And if you did that, Yasleen, do you have somebody here in the area that could help manage the property for you when things were needed?
I'll probably want to just really do that myself. I mean, I've done it before, so it's not that big a deal.
Okay. So you feel like you could do it from Panama City yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I could pull that off.
So, like, if for some reason you need to turn over tenants, how would you show the house to new tenants? Would you have to come back up?
No, I've got an electronic keypad on the door, and I've got lots of cameras around the house, so I can see who goes in and out of my house at any time.
Okay, great. Is renting it the ideal option for you, or is selling it much better?
No, I would rather just sell it so I could pay cash for my next house and wouldn't have to worry about a mortgage.
Okay, gotcha. Makes all the sense in the world. Yes, Lean, I'm wondering, just listening to you, I'm wondering if it makes sense for us to take 15, 20 minutes, take a look at your property, and see what different options are available to you. Would that make sense?
You're welcome to come by bring me a buyer if you have one, but I'm really not interested in listing my house right now.
Bring you a buyer. Yeah, well, I can't do that.
Why not?
Well, Yasleen, I'm obligated to show our listed inventory first. But sometimes there are situations where we're not able to find the right match in our listed inventory, and then I need alternatives. But I'm wondering, like for you, what's better for you, to be in the first group or in the alternatives group?
I really want to sell my house, Mike, but I just don't want to pay that money for listing. It costs so much.
It costs so much if you sell your house or if you don't sell your house?
Just paying out all the commissions, it really adds up to a lot of money.
Okay. Earlier, Yasleen, you said you were willing to pay a commission if we brought you a buyer. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. And what would you be willing to pay?
I would pay 3%. I think that's fair.
Okay, great. So we're really only talking about 3% right now, right?
Right.
Okay, great. So, Yasleen, if you don't sell your house, what would that mean to you? What would that cost be?
Well, that means I would have to rent it out because, number one, I just don't want it here vacant, and I could use the extra income. That wouldn't hurt either. But, gosh, I just hate to spend all that money.
Okay.
If you want to list my house, you got to...
So I'm going to step off the call now. Yasleen's going for her Academy Award again. Yasleen, you're a fictional character. It's not real, okay? Okay. So, folks, whether I set an appointment to list the home on the call or not is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's just the first call. Okay? So I can wish her luck, say good luck. I hope you win that Academy Award, and thank you for participating with me today. And then I'm going to put her on a 15 to 20 step follow-up campaign. Because folks, the odds of her selling the house herself it is possible, it's not likely. 93% odds she will not be able to sell the house herself. Okay, I've gone a little over time with you today because we had an Academy Award nominee on the phone with us. Thank you for your participation. I want to talk to you this week about the use of the phone in your business because I'm really hoping that we can progress you past this level of uncomfortableness. And this is Mike, wishing for you to go out there and make it happen for yourself today.